Growing up with puppets is a normal part of life. You grow out of that life thinking these fluffy characters are fun and friendly and full of wisdom. And then there's the adult versions of these fluffy characters. The rude, crude, and highly adulterating puppets that ruin all these fond memories you might have left from your childhood. The Happytime Murders make sure of that. In a world where puppets live among humans, though an unwanted and neglected minority, ex-detective Phil Phillips finds himself in the middle of a killing spree. But the spree is specific to the puppets from a 90s TV show, The Happytime Gang, which includes his brother. Teaming up with his old partner, Detective Connie Edwards, played by Melissa McCarthy, the two race against the time as the cast members of Happytime Gang start to be murdered one by one. With the help of Phillips' secretary Bubbles, played by Maya Rudolph, the three manage to solve the crime and overcome some personal differences. The film has been set in production since 2008, with a number of A-listers lined up to star alongside the puppets. And while the script underwent a number of rewrites, some of which were from McCarthy, the storyline itself isn't anything to write home about. But when you consider it's a movie with puppets, it's rather clever and original. Where the film falls is in that they try to introduce as many puppets and human-puppet interaction as possible, and it sometimes just feels a little forced. The only thing that has come to be expected of adult puppetry is the humour, and for the most part, the Happytime Murders fits that profile. However, it doesn't carry all the way through as you would expect, aside from the foul language deserving of a soapy mouthwash, but when the humour hits, albeit only because a puppet is doing it, it'll easily have you giggling. Narrating and driving the film is puppet detective Phil Phillips, voiced by Bill Beretta. Now, for those of you who haven't been following the puppetry scene, Beretta has quite the ensemble of characters he voices in the Muppet universe. He has Pepe the King Prawn, Johnny Fiamma, Bobo the Bear, Dr. Teeth, the leader of the Muppet Band, Ralph, Swedish Chef, and New Zealand. Beretta is without a doubt a talented voiceover artist and narrates the story with style, charisma, and some dulcet tones that will have any puppet wanting more. Having to portray almost all emotion with his voice when a puppet has only one look seemed all too easy for Beretta as he captures the emotion to carry Phil Phillips. Alongside the leading puppet is leading lady and human Melissa McCarthy as Detective Connie Edwards. McCarthy slips into her traditional comedy shtick as the loudmouth over-the-top gal. While her execution is funny, it's nothing new for McCarthy and almost slightly predictable. That isn't to say her scenes aren't done well, they'll have you giggling all the way along, but it's nothing you haven't already seen from her. Happytime Murders managed to pull some other worthy actors along for the ride, with Maya Rudolph as Detective Phil Phillips, caring and sassy Secretary Bubbles, Joel McHale as the annoying FBI agent, and Elizabeth Banks as Jenny, the love interest for Phillips. Overall, the film has some funny and somewhat crude humour, but it's not hilarious. The puppetry is without a doubt spot on, bringing back fond memories of Sesame Street. While there are some laugh-out-loud parts and some strong messages in the undertow, there's nothing really memorable about it. It's not something that will leave you thinking about once you've left the cinema. It's funny to watch, and it's clever to think about how it all came together so nicely, but it needed to push some more boundaries to really hit the spot. Happytime Murders is playing nationally across Australia right now. What did you think of the movie? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're new here, give us a subscribe, like the video, and hit that notification bell to get all our latest reviews.